Okay, this class is Le'ilui Nishmas Rachalei Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi. Okay, we're continuing on with Malas HaTorah. We left off last time by talking about why the Yetzer Hara is going to go after us by trying to get us to indulge in sins of speech. We spoke about how the Sitra Achra draws its energy from holiness, and that speech is in a unique place. So we're continuing from that point. V'ikar achizat ba'adam b'shtei mekamot b'vrit ha'lashon v'vrit ha'ma'or shel haguf husasam v'en bo bik'ah liot yonek b'kedusha shebo rak b'shnei mekamot elu. So the two places where the Yetzer Hara is most active is in speech and in sexual desire, both of which are referred to as having a bris, of having a covenant. Bris Milah and the Bris Halashon. Bris Halashon, Bris Hamaor, Mekuvanim Zeh B'Zeh. So there's a relationship, he tells us, between the covenant of Milah and the covenant of the tongue. If a person speaks badly, that could take them all the way down to disintegrating till they become promiscuous because they defile themselves. They think of themselves as valueless and of other people as valueless, at which point the physical side of their bodies takes over their self-definition. As it says, don't let your mouth cause your flesh to sin. When a person's mouth is sanctified by Torah, meaning he sees himself and the other person and the world as a place that's uplifted, because that's the effect of Torah, as lo bali de avonze, he won't come to this sin. When a person is satisfied, when satisfaction is with a person, evil doesn't befall them. So a person who satisfies himself with divrei Torah, etc., isn't going to look for satisfaction through sins of the flesh. A person is called evil if they do sins of promiscuity, which means that they relate to things externally, which is what the orla that surrounds the brit is about. So one of the first times we have a person, as opposed to the whole city of stone, which was described as Ra previously, an individual described as Ra, is in the story of Er. So you might remember the story of Er. Yehuda had two sons, Er and Onan. Er was married to Tamar. He didn't want her beauty to be marred by pregnancy. So in order to avoid pregnancy, when they were together, he would cause the sea to spill on the earth. Afterwards, Tamar married Onan, who did the same. So he's called Ra. This is evil. Why is it evil? Because he's taking life force and degrading it. So similarly, when a person speaks evil, they're taking life force, communication, connection between two people and degrading it. So the Yetzer Hara is primarily strong in these two areas. So the Gemara tells us, when it's talking about sin, many people, for instance, are dishonest with money, but they all speak at least avak lashon hara. What's avak lashon hara, which means literally the dust of lashon hara? Saying an equivocal statement that a person could understand positively or negatively, but in your heart you want them to understand it negatively, but you will say, I didn't really say anything bad. That sort of thing. Okay, v'yotav Torah, and also in learning Torah, all people are negligent. What's the greatest skill a person could learn in this world? Now you ask this question if there was an actual person standing there. There are all sorts of skills. The greatest skill, he tells us, is silence. Is it so that the silent one shall speak justice? The Torah itself is called tzedek. V'amar Rabbeinu Zal b'perek haboneh, mem ptucha mem stumar. Mamar patuach mamar satum. Shetzarich b'Torah sheyeh mamar patuach, v'lashon hara mamar satum. So the Gemara says, look at the word mem. The word mem has one mem that's open and one mem that's closed. So I should tell you that one kind of speech should be open and the other kind of speech should be closed. The speech of Torah should be open and the speech of Lashon Hara should be closed. L'chein shnitna brit milah la'Avraham nitosef lo otei b'shmo she'otei remez al haTorah kamo she'amru Rabbeinu Zal al pasuk Yom HaShishi Tana Hitna neged Hamisha Chumshei Torah. So similarly, if you're talking about the way things are conveyed, when Avram was given the mitzvah of Brit Milah, the letter Hey was added to his name. So he previously was called Avram, now he's called Avraham. So this Hey also hints at Torah.